So as you can probably tell, I'm in a different property now. Looks slightly different, doesn't it, than where I just was. It hasn't been that long in between filming. So basically what's happened at where I've been this week is the client has bought the house, or a client, sorry, has bought the house and made some changes to the specification. So not massive changes, just sort of around the car charger in the garage, etc. So whilst that's getting sorted out, I have been asked to come up to a different site, about 40 minutes away from home. It is now just before 6:30, so I've opened up site, and once again we've built good relations with the client, with the builder, so they're more than happy for us to be on site. The other lads are just loading the tools in outside now. I've just walked across from the car park with my helmet on, that's why my hair looks a bit crazy. Can't justify the beard though. So yeah, basically, I'll turn you around and I'll show you what we're sort of working with today. Don't know how to do that on my phone, so I'm going to have to start a new video. Bear with me. So yeah, this is upstairs. As you can see, it's all plastered. We've got some flooring in. Nice properties, nice big windows. The rooms are a very good size. So yeah, we've got some switches to go on there. We've got the bathroom upstairs, or one of the bathrooms, I should say. These are beautiful, beautiful properties, in a really nice area as well. So this one's got a little ensuite. Just said it's a nice property, and that probably reminds me of a Travelodge or a Premier Inn. I think the quality of the finishing there is a bit different though. So yeah, basically today, it's get as much of this second fix as we can. I think there's 4 of us in here today. We're not doing any of the board or anything like that. We're just going to focus on getting the actual main bits done, the main bulk, especially on the exterior stuff, because we've got an air test coming up at the back end of the week. So let me just quickly show you downstairs. It's good, isn't it, doing something a little bit different every now and then. So I've been first fixing now for quite a while, quite a few weeks to be fair. So it's nice to be able to come in and do a second fix. And as I say, yesterday I was on my own. I was little Billy no mates yesterday, apart from the plumbers, because basically we've got so much work on at the minute and a lot of projects are coming to be finished over the line. So it's a case of try and get it all done, boys, as fast as you can. So that's where the board is going to live. Lovely, under a cupboard. It's not like they've got a utility room around the back. But these are a really nice finish. The joiners have been in here. Look, I mean, look at the... It's lovely, that, isn't it? It is nice. So basically, yeah, I'm going to crack on, get my tools out. I'm going to find where all the second fix gear is and start laying out for the lads. So watch this space.
Well, what a day that was. What a day that turned out to be. I tell you what, that was intense.
Well, that day ended up being completely different from what I thought it was going to be. So basically, we had 8 lads in one plot turn up. It started off the morning. We were over in plot 5, split between plot 5 and plot 4. But basically, it was a case of all hands on deck into plot 4 because it's getting air pressure tested. So we ended up all moving over to the other side. Everyone jumped into the plot that we started off on in the morning. So it was a case of everyone get cracking. A few little bits of gear missing, as there always is. A couple of stats and a few little bits. But other than that, by the time I left site, it was near enough done. The reason I say that by the time I left site is because I'm now at college. So yeah, it's an adult learning centre and I'm doing my level 4 design. So I've just got set up my king pot noodle, my beef and tomato, my coffee, my hobnobs, chocolate hobnobs, you what. And I'm going to do a little bit of work before class starts on my project, my level 4 project. So I'm knackered, but I'm going to be in now till 9 o'clock at night doing mathematics. Please send help. I'm sure it'll all be worth it in the end. I might end up sinking second coffee. So I'm going to crack on.
Morning, everybody! It's Friday. Woohoo! And it's bank holiday as well on Monday. Ready for the king to get his crown. We're all excited for that. Some people are proper, like, they hate the idea of the royal family, aren't they? They're like, oh man, with the lizards. They're all a bunch of lizards, and they say it jokingly, but then they actually go on to tell you why they hate the scourge that is the royal family and the ancestral family of whatever else. I honestly, I liked growing up having a queen. Never met her, seemed nice so, and I don't know, maybe I'm a bit weird. Maybe I don't know enough about history, but from my upbringing, I quite like the idea of our royal family. Not all of them, obviously. I know what I'm talking about. But I don't mind them. I quite like having a royal family. I think it's something that is good. Anyway, that was an interesting early morning conversation, wasn't it? Yesterday went really well. We had, I think at one point, 15 people in the house. We had people corking up around the bottom of the skating boards. We had some guy painting every single surface so you couldn't touch anything. He was doing all the woodwork. We had one lad painting the kitchen island. This isn't our lads, obviously, this is for lads, other companies. We had 2 lads fitting doors. There was just everyone in there, and then on top of that, throw in 2 of our plumbers, and then I think it was 8 lads. It was an interesting day, I'll be honest with you. Basically after the first sort of hour or 2, we were supposed to be split across 2 plots, and it ended up changing. We needed to get one done because we're having the air test done today, so it was a case of all hands on deck in that one. So everyone switched over. Luckily it was a plot that we started off in, my sort of little group of people we were working with. So the lads came over, and the rest of my day basically turned into making sure everyone had gear, finding the gear, answering questions, emails, site visits. We had a few calls to other plots. Now that the site is starting to come together, just, you know what it's like, this cable needs moving here, that needs swapping over there, whatever else. So yeah, but it was a really good day. Then on to college at night. So I go again to In Phase in Liverpool. So from site it's about an hour, so drove an hour, went there, did some more of my level 4 design, worked on the project a little bit, did some more of the calculations, ready for the exam, and then got home last night about 9, 10, just before 10 o'clock. Had a bowl of cereal for me tea because I had some pot noodles, as you saw, and then back on site this morning. So it's again, well, it's 6:31, so I'm gonna have to go in a second. I'm outside the plot. I've just opened up, ready to go in, and the idea is, I think there's supposed to be 3 lads here today, and we're going to try and get this as close as humanly possible to completed by first fix. We're not a million miles off as it is. The only sort of downside to it is there's been some changes, as I mentioned the other day, so hopefully our guy in the office has been through that and we'll have an idea of what we can crack on with straight away. I know a few of them straight off the bat, and a few little changes, but we're not a million miles off, to be fair. So I'll try and get some footage today, as long as it's not too busy. It looks like a lot of people have been in here over the last 24 hours when we weren't here. So I'm going to have me Costa as I take my tools out, warm myself up a little bit, and crack on. So yeah, I'll do a video at the end of the day and then it'll be time to upload. So that's the end of the day.
absolutely madness. I haven't got time to film the entire way, so yeah, we had a lot to crack on with. We had some visits today, and as I said this morning, we wanted to try and get it pushed over as soon as possible. So this is upstairs. We needed to finish some of the downlights in here, so this is the master dressing room through to one of the bedrooms on the other side of the wall there. So we've got the feeds in, all of the bedside switching's done. This is the master ensuite. So again, lighting drops in. Up the top there, you can see just about the vent tile that we've got to get up to when we get our ducting delivered to site. So yeah, we've done a lot of stuff upstairs. I think there's a couple of lads still up there, so I've just come downstairs here so we can have a little look around. A lot of capping. So the last couple of days, it's a lot of capping, a lot of pulling in the extras and the additions, making sure everything's right, checking it off to the drawings, making sure we haven't missed anything, and working through our checklist. So as you can see, the capping makes such a big difference to the job, getting it finished off, getting it neat, accessible, and making sure that we leave it in a perfect place for the plasterers. So this is one of the living areas through to the front of the house. All the cables and everything sort of tied in now. There are a couple of additions to go on, so we've got some door contacts. These are wide for ring doorbells, so we've got space for the transformer, external lighting and external sockets to go out on the front. That's all getting rendered. So yeah, it's been a really good day. All of the switching upstairs done. This is the plant room. So in there you've got your power, your data, your coax, your alarm, and this is going to be a high-end alarm system going into here, linked in with a fire alarm. This is one of the back rooms. So yeah, this is the back room here, and then going into the orangery area. You can see Macca there tidying up. We like to leave it nice and neat. Out onto the back where the garage will be, and this is the kitchen area. Heading over to the back and the side of the house, so this is the utility. So you're going to have your dishwasher, washing machine, and your boiler's actually going to live in here as well. So there's no provisions for air source heat pump in these properties. So I've just screenshotted this page and I've sort of labelled it up. So left to right, you've got your lighting. You've got the ring over from the board to where the fuse spares are, back over the wall, and then that actually goes down to the kitchen island in the middle of the kitchen. From there, it returns back up and over the wall and ignores everything on this side. But along that way, we have the fuse spares to pick up for the extractor. We've got the cooker hob isolator. We've got some cab lighting up high level, and all of these with the tails left out because they're going to be brought through the back of the cabins, and obviously the hob at the bottom there as well. On the opposite side, we've got the external light, which we've managed to get in a zone below the above the fridge freezer. So that is actually a drop down the left hand side there from a fuse spare. So that socket will be controlled from the fuse spares high level. They're inside cabinets again. Inside that drop below the cabins, you've got an oven and you've got a combi oven. So we've given that its own radial. And what that does is it takes the stress off the ring because it's got quite a large load on it. Then we've got larder for the remainder of the wall, and there are two double sockets located in there towards the edge, and again a 2 meter tails at the top there for the cabinet lights. So that just gives you some sort of idea about what it is and how it's run. The only thing left to do in here now is for the oven and for the combi oven is to just mount some single sockets behind the back of them, because we've now been told that there's going to be no backing on those cabinets, whereas for everything else there will. So this side's going to be glass fronted where the larder is, so those LED lights across the top will make it look really, really nice. Not many sockets on display, and even within the kitchen island I believe that it's pop-up sockets. So yeah, in real time now, that's what the actual kitchen looks like. So we've had a cracking day. We've got a whole core coming. We've just bought a new one as a company, so that is coming. We'll get the whole cores done for the ventilation. It'll all be rigid pipe in here. Anything that's in the loft space will be insulated. And yeah, we're looking forward to getting back in there and cracking on with it. That's it for another video then. So here's some random still images because I wasn't 100% sure what to put and I've run out of footage. So thanks very much for watching. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. Any ideas, please leave them below. Please bear in mind, this is all edited on my phone. Everything. So bear with me. Thank you again.